In this installment of Learnwake, let's take a few minutes to talk about the Heelside Backside 360. Traditionally, riders learn this trick as one of their first few 360s, and it becomes a pretty consistent trick in the arsenal in a relatively short time. One of my favorite riders, who happens to have a very strong backside spin, is our buddy Bob Sichel. Since he can crack off wake-to-wake backside 720s on a regular basis, he makes the 360 look easy. For him, it is, but it can be for you too. Bob takes a nice wide approach so he doesn't have to get too aggressive on his edge, gaining just enough speed to clear the wake, but relying on his legs to get the pop. Notice he has a textbook seated position on the edge in, getting ready to push hard with his legs. From this angle, you can see that his hips are behind his board in relation to the boat, and his shoulders are not cranked back behind his hips like they would be for a back roll or Rayleigh attempt. Upon approach to the wake, notice how Bob is not necessarily coming off edge, but also not building a harder edge. All of these things working together are what creates a more manageable line tension to work with. Building a progressive edge and creating a ton of line tension makes any handle pass difficult. From the towboat angle, you can really see how much he uses his legs to gain the pop. In my head, at this point, I am saying to myself, you are only doing a wake jump, so that I don't try to rotate too early. If you didn't know what trick Bob was going for here, you could guess that he was doing a nice floaty straight air if you only had this frame to look at. Now he is off the top of the wake and the spin initiates. He does so by maintaining a perfect axis and using the handle to spin. Watch as he advances his hips back into the handle and doesn't go for the actual handle pass until he is at the peak of the jump. Once the handle has been passed and you have maintained a solid flat axis, you want to maintain a strong connection through your arm, through your body, and through your hips to keep control and to not get pulled into a shoulders forward position. Note that Bob moves the handle into the middle of his body to complete the rotation. When setting the backside 360 down, your best bet is to get your front hand back on the handle as soon as you can upon landing. This will keep you from breaking at the waist and having your hips drop out the back. Get your backside 180s dialed, and you will be taking this backside 3 to backside 5 in no time.